Welcome to Common Cocktails. This is the beer episode. I'm Derrick Schommer. That's Justin Nerd. And we're going to be drinking some crazy ass beer.
Yeah, we're going in good.
So he walks over, he shows these to me, and then he tells me the backstory of how hard these are to get. And that, like, you basically have to murder somebody to get these. And then this one, he has this little stash he won't drink because...
They're too hard to find. I can't drink these quick enough.
So, and I have the same problem. Question of the day, right up front. Is there something that you have such a limited edition of that you buy them, but you never drink them, and they just keep growing and growing in your life, but you don't drink them because you're afraid.
Anything we ever buy from
And that's how collections start.
Ian does the same thing. I buy him a bottle of Havana Club, he won't touch it.
Yeah.
So, well, I don't know if I'm ever going to get another one. Like, just buy him another one.
Let me give a pour on these, yeah. So these are, if you guys can't see the bottles, Bourbon County brand Stout and Founders KBS. And these are two pretty highly sought after. They're bourbon barrel aged imperial stouts. Some people will scour all over the place. I know in some areas they're more widely available than others, and you can get your hands on them fairly easily. Here in New Hampshire, not so much. A lot of places will have a 1 bottle limit where we are, and you're lucky if you can get into a store and scrounge up 1 or 2 of them, and that will usually come with knowing somebody that works at the store.
So Goose Island, I've never had this. I've never had either of these.
Oh,
but
this is gonna be great then.
At least Goose Island, I know the guy that should be able to get me a bottle, but he doesn't. Curtis. So I haven't had Goose Island. This is Founders.
Yep.
And Founders we did in a prior episode. This is at 11.2, so
yep.
11 almost 11.5%. This one you said was what?
14.3.
14. So that's wine. That's table wine.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's your standard, bottle of wine. So is there an order we should try these in? Are we supposed to try the high proof one first?
Not really. You can try either of them. They're, people will compare and contrast these beers a lot.
Look at the head difference.
I know. Yeah, there's no head on this.
I poured this though, so I could have fucked up.
Oh, I don't know.
I wasn't paying attention. It's not that big, but
yeah.
So it smells like I don't even know, like grandma candy. It smells so weird. Like it's, I don't know. I want to say holiday, but not really.
There's a lot of stuff in the noses of these beers.
The heavy beer. Whew. I want to even say smoky to some level, but I don't also at the same time. I don't even know what to say. It's got a weird, sweet brown sugar. Weird bite. It's not citrus, but it has like a...
It almost has a tart kind of bite to it. That's interesting.
I don't even know. Like there are things in here that taste familiar to me that I can't put a name to.
Yeah. There's a lot of flavor.
My brain is gonna blow up. Like
there's a lot of flavor running in this one. And I've had.
Think of something. These guys need some flavor notes. Something.
Yeah.
Like.
That's our job.
Charred oak, like cooked barrel, like burnt barrel, like that. Black the barrel out, rest this in there. Like it has that charred flavor, but
kind
not
of charcoal.
Yeah, but not. Yeah, like a what charcoal? You know what? What charcoal probably smells like when it's getting up to temp and it's turning gray. Mm-hmm. Not like licking charcoal because that's just weird. I've only done that once. No, and then but not smoky peat, but not barbecue. But I could totally drink this at a barbecue.
I see where you're going. Pretty drinkable for 14.3%, don't you think?
Yeah, you gotta. What's the bottle size in this? This is not a.
It's like a. Is it like a
label?
16.
It doesn't have a label. It's built into the glass. That's how awesome it is.
1 pint, 0.9. So 16.9 ounces. So again, another beer that if you open, you're committed to.
Yeah, you need to serve this with friends. Probably 2.5 friends. I'm sorry for the half guy. Yeah. He's the guy that you're like, no, you just need to try this. Shut up and drink.
He's the midget.
Yes, he's the small person.
And I've had Bourbon County before, but not this year.
Yeah, everybody's probably gonna be different.
Yeah, they'll change a little bit.
The barrel aging, right?
Yeah.
Barrels can't be the same every time.
They used to put this in a 12-ounce bottle. like this, which seemed more manageable. And the 2015 was the first year they put it in 16.9 and had this kind of new.
Kind of got the Angostura thing going on. Let's just like make it annoying.
Yeah, let's just have this kind of flap hanging off of here. So they increased kind of, I guess we call it portion size here this year.
They're adding value. Enjoy in a snifter.
Kind of weird. There is almost like a tartness on the front, but you get that kind of chocolate
Cinnamon?
and char. Yeah, there's a bit of a I don't even know how to describe it. Just a general kind of spice.
Yeah, there's definitely it's almost like I could see you cooking with this, like making I don't know a soy sauce.
Except it's really hard to get, so you wouldn't waste it.
Yeah.
Don't cook with this.
This is a very valuable soy sauce.
Valuable lesson, kids.
Devin.
What does a bottle like that cost then?
Depends on exactly where you are. If you're at one of the places that releases it like one per customer, this is like $10.
That's actually not bad.
Yeah,
But,
and then at it,
which is probably high markup. But
yeah. Well, I found it at another place that a lot of places will put this one. They won't put it on the shelf. You'll have to go in. You'll have to ask for it. They expect you to kind of know.
5 times.
But there are some places that they don't care. They'll put this right on the shelf because even though
They don't have a clue.
it's a rarity. Well, they'll have a clue because they'll mark it up.
Oh yeah.
If it's in the back room and you have to ask for it, it's $10. If they put it on the shelf and you can just grab it, it's $20. That kind of thing.
I might be that guy. This 2016 highly acclaimed KBS. What's KBS mean? Cool.
Well, it stands for Kentucky Breakfast Stout, but apparently they couldn't use the word Kentucky. Some kind of legal thing.
Fuck
So
you,
they changed it
Kentucky.
to KB, yeah.
Alright, so it's good for everything a flavored stout ought to be good for. Well, there's your marketing.
Yeah.
Oh wait, look. Ale brewed with chocolate and coffee aged in oak bourbon barrels.
So these are both 2015 editions. KBS is bottled in April.
Coffee.
Well, this is bottled in February. It's released in April. So this is April 2015. This is November 2015. So they're far apart within the year of 2015, but they're still
that's almost
both
a year from today.
Right.
Almost.
Right.
A couple of years. A couple of weeks.
Well, it's over. It's over now.
It's a little over,
yeah.
over a year. A year and a couple of months.
So there's a pretty good spread between these two, but they're still both 2015 vintages, as you would call them.
Not as much coffee as the other Founders. That was the coffee.
Sumatra. Yep.
I mean, it's got Sumatra in the name. You're like, hey, coffee. I don't get as much oak barrel, but I get a lot more smoothness.
Yeah.
It's not one dimensional. Like, I don't say it's one dimensional, but it was coffee. Like, anybody questions you?
Yeah.
Coffee. This has coffee plus more. There's a little bit of a back end dryness to it. It has a little bit of sweet in the front, maybe a caramel or some sort of flavor, but
yeah, that kind of caramel toffee note.
Yeah, but it's pretty easy to drink, considering the fact that it's not easy to drink.
Yeah, I mean it's a bold,
It's just like
it's less than this, but it's still 11.2%. That's still a hefty beer.
The coffee and the richness of it is really nice. It's also desirable that it's not as strong. So I feel like I can enjoy this longer before I black out. That one I would not last that long.
Yeah. This isn't what I would call as good as the 2013 that I've had, and I think I had a bottle of that last year, so it was already 2 years old. This is less than a year.
Yeah.
I think
it needs more time.
The more age on this, a beer like this, if you keep it in a cool, dry condition, it's gonna peak out 3-4 years, something like that. Depends on your cellaring conditions and preferences, of course.
Throw it in your wine fridge with the rest of your wine.
Yeah, I mean you could. You'd want to store it upright as opposed to on its side like a wine.
That's tough in a wine fridge.
So you might want a different fridge. You might want
you're in a beer fridge and a wine. I don't have anything that can hold this upright. Like you have something that holds things upright like that, or you just put it in a cellar.
I put them in a box, in a closet. If I was to put 2015 KBS versus 2013 Bourbon County, from what I remember having 2013, which I almost brought, I like 2013 Bourbon County better. But
you should say that.
Yeah. But 2015, each of them, I like KBS better.
Yeah, it's just because it has that. It's got coffee notes. I like coffee.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of ruins that. That kind of makes it a little.
It's got
chewy for me.
Also on the mouth, it's a little smoother.
Yeah.
And it's got more of that kind of, I don't know, like kind of fudginess.
Yeah.
To
It's
it.
like a dessert.
Yeah.
I like dessert.
Yeah.
Cupcakes.
Yeah.
Fudge.
These beers turn into like dessert.
Boston cream pie.
What I noticed with maybe not so much this year, but the 13 and even just the 15 of this is that it's like an imperial stout plus that kind of dessert-like fudgy, chocolatey,
Right.
oaky kind of character. It's got a little something extra than like a common stout is going to have. You know,
Yeah.
it brings extra to the party.
Yeah, this pretty much ruins stuff for me. So thank you. Question of the day. I don't think have we asked question of the day. This is what I'm drinking.
KBS or Bourbon
what's the
County?
highest price of beer that you, or what's the highest price
That's a
for
good
beer
one.
that you paid
Yeah, per bottle.
per bottle? Like on a per bottle. So if you buy 6 packs, break it down.
Or what's the longest?
You can divide by 6 if you have one of these.
I got another one. What's the longest that you waited like in a line for beer?
Like this was.
Have you gone to
Apple
like
store?
Have you gone to like a special release, you know, or even
I didn't even know they had special releases.
They do. Or if you go to out to
Where do you
Vermont,
get on
go
the
to-
list for like to know that there's special releases?
I don't know. You just follow social media, man.
Because I can see my father doing this, but like
Maybe it's for like Bourbon County.
I can see him. Well, he probably not too old for this shit and walk off. But he would.
I can't wait in line. You know, I got limited
He'd pay
time.
somebody to wait in line and sit
Yeah.
there. So there you go. How much did you pay for beer? And I'd love to know if you've ever waited in line.
And how
beer.
long?
How long
have you waited in line
How
for
long
beer?
did you wait? Because that's some interesting stuff I didn't know it was a thing. Great. That's it, my friends. 2 rare beers that you have to sit in line for to be able to purchase or to know somebody that can do it. That's it. We're teaching you how to drink.
Beer.
It's just like ice sculpturing, but more fun because you get to break stuff. Worst case, if it doesn't come out right or you break one oddly, then just